What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today I actually wanted to talk some hoops with you guys. It's not about none of the current teams playing or anything. I just came across this interesting debate between Gilbert Arenas, Kenyon Martin, and Rashad McCants, and they were arguing Pop's greatness, Coach Gregg Popovich, and I thought that was a thing that wasn't even arguable at this point. Where you place him probably depends on where you have Phil, Red Auerbach, all of these guys, right? Rashad McCants had one of the more different takes that you'll ever hear in this debate. And we're going to go through this. I'm going to be stopping at different portions of the video. Let's check it out.
There's no pressure.
This whole time I've been thinking that Pop was
on his way
a bad coach.
Why would you think that?
Because he's just been losing without good players.
The finesse is in
when you're losing without good players, it's like all right.
Is that a serious statement he made?
Yeah.
No, he's serious about everything.
Do you honestly believe that?
Yeah. Can I continue?
Okay, I'll let you go.
Can I continue?
Please.
So just like Doc Rivers, you know, when you don't got the Hall of Fame type players, you go on this skid and not performing up to the par of your championships. So Pop, since when? What, Kawhi? We ain't seen nothing.
Oh my. So we can already see this is going to be pretty bad. This is going to be one of the all-time worst takes. I would like to say that the DeMar DeRozan team, you know, after they traded Kawhi, they did make the postseason. So that at least counts for something, man. Come on, Rashad McCants.
And then, like Gil just said, literally, you've been tanking this whole time and we ain't been paying attention. But now we want to give him credit for being a good coach. You want to give him credit for being a good coach because he don't got no good players and he not winning.
Huh?
No, he has good players.
Huh?
What a good player. Why you got the number one pick?
Because he tanked for the number one pick.
They have good players in the Spurs.
So adding Wemby with the little bit of pieces that they got around, they're going to add a couple more pieces. They could be good like they was when Sean Elliott and David Robinson, they add a couple more pieces. But until then, you know, haters gonna hate, you know what I'm saying? But I know how to back my shit up. Like, I know Gregg Popovich ain't no goddamn good coach.
Oh.
So now we just hear flat out Gregg Popovich isn't a good coach. It's worth noting that he's developed some fine players. They may not be all-time greats, but you look at someone like DeJounte Murray, Keldon Johnson currently, you look at Derek White and his contributions, even just scored the game winner, may be one of the biggest reasons why the Celtics can make something historical happen. First time ever a team comes back from 0-3 deficit to win a series. He developed under Gregg Popovich. So a lot of times Popovich develops these players and allow them to go out to get a major payday, and it's a mutual organization decision so that they can play for a competitive team. Now, grabbing Victor Wembanyama, that's his next generational talent. But yes, losing Kawhi stopped them from being able to compete for championships for a while, but that doesn't take away from everything he's done.
God, you know he's not a good coach?
He's bugging. He done doubled down.
What you double down on what? You got three excellent.
But who made them in the so Tony? Since you say that, right? So was Tony Parker projected to be a Hall of Famer when he got drafted?
Nope.
Is he a Hall of Famer right now?
He's gonna be a Hall of Famer.
Let's stop the bullshit.
I'm not stopping nothing. I'm asking a question.
Yes.
Tony Parker is a Hall of Famer. Absolutely, yes.
Not a Hall of Famer right now.
He's a Hall of Famer.
He's not a Hall of Famer right now.
Manu Ginobili
will be a Hall of Famer.
Was he projected to be a Hall of Famer?
No.
He was a second round pick.
How many people are projected to be Hall of Famers?
A lot of people.
Tim Duncan was the first pick. I'm pretty sure
Tracy McGrady projected to be a Hall of Famer?
You got to pay attention to what he's saying.
You're not understanding what he's saying.
Yeah,
the only person that they got that was good was Tim Duncan.
But you're not understanding what I'm saying. You're not understanding what I'm saying.
Being Hall of Famers.
Yeah, but you're not coaching these guys that you got now into being Hall of Famers.
How you know that?
Because what do you mean? How they tank the season? He just tanked the season.
They tanked the season before.
Man got 5 championships.
The year before that. What was last year?
Man got 5 championships.
What was last year?
1-2 seasons. Man got 5 championships.
The reason that nobody...
5.
In my opinion, the reason nobody's saying anything is because of what he's already done.
Exactly.
He's not somebody where he hasn't proven himself. He's already been proven. Like, it's done. Pop, great coach.
You've been proving it when you had a full plate.
What was the full? He cooked it.
He
cooked the plate. He set the table.
He was the chef.
The talent.
He cooked it.
Who was the talent?
That's one of the problems with the takes these days. If you hear what Rashad McCants is saying, no coach, okay, let's get this straight. No coach wins without good players. You know, Popovich has been known to develop players. And it's not so much what he's done with like a Tim Duncan, although that's to be commended. You put Tim Duncan in Charlotte or somewhere, he never gets a ring. You know what I'm saying? So let's be clear. But it's more about how he's able to find these guys like Bruce Bowen. You know, Kawhi Leonard could have went either way coming out of college. Nobody expected him, like, if he didn't have degenerative knees, he would be the best player in the game right now with LeBron aging and everything. And he could go, he had the skill set like a Kobe or somebody to go at LeBron even when LeBron was in his prime because he's physically strong. Jimmy Butler said that Kawhi's like one of the strongest players he's ever played. So that's why he's able to compete with like a LeBron James. So he developed him into that where he becomes this stone cold killer on the court. You know, Ginobili and Parker, they were diamonds in the rough. They were developed in San Antonio. You look at guys like Steven Jackson. That was the place where Steven Jackson was most stable with his off-court things. You know, Steven Jackson came there and balled out, and you didn't hear anything negative about Steven Jackson when he was under Popovich's wing. So it's equally as much about what he and his staff is able to do to get these guys to maximize their abilities on the court, but also to minimize any potential distractions that may try to seep in off of it. So Popovich is a coach's coach. This is why I don't understand what Rashad McCants is saying. But let's continue with this video.
Who's on the team, Gil? What are y'all talking about?
He made the ingredients.
After they won in 99?
How did they get Tim Duncan? You're not even hearing what
I heard. You said they tanked for
They
Tim
had
Duncan.
56 wins.
Yes, and then they won. You're moving the goalpost.
No, they're tanked to 20 games.
Right?
Yes.
So they can get Tim Duncan.
Yes.
Add him with the 56 wins.
Yes.
Championship.
Yes. Then after that, what happened?
Championship.
The next year. No. The next year, was there a championship? Was there a championship
No,
the next
because
year?
David Robinson, all those old guys left.
I understand how many they got. When they won in 99, did they win in 2000?
No.
Did they win in 2001?
No.
Did they win in 2002?
Why?
Did they? It ain't about lying. I'm not asking them why.
No.
I'm asking questions.
No.
So they didn't. When did they win again?
Everybody only.
When
one
did they
winner
win
every
again,
year.
though?
Only one winner.
When did they win again?
2004.
When the talent has seasoned. The talent has.
Talent. What talent?
What talent? The talent that who picked?
You guys are acting like you don't know. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili,
Second round.
all the guys
Who
who
picked them and coached them?
at the time that they won the second championship in
Who
Spurs,
picked them
they
and
were
coached them?
seasoned.
Who picked them and coached them?
Listen, bro.
They didn't pick and coach. They
What is that? Listen.
Rashad McCants. There's one major historical all-time flaw in your argument, sir. They won in 99, which was the lockout season against Latrell Sprewell and the New York Knicks with Allen Houston. You know what I'm saying? I think they only played 50-something games that year, 40-something games. It was a short season. So, you know, Tim Duncan was able to win his first title. Got you. And David Robinson was able to get his first title as well. And that was before Parker, Ginobili, any of those guys. That was Sean Elliott. He had come back from a kidney transplant. You had Avery Johnson. I remember that little jumper he hit from the wing that was big and lifting them in the playoffs. But why didn't they win in 2000, 2001, 2002? Who three-peated during that time? You only have an all-time great historical Lakers team with Shaq and Kobe getting a three-peat to prevent them and others from getting a ring in that time. But you know who won after that three-peat? Take a wild guess, Mr. McCants. In 2003, San Antonio Spurs. 2-year break. 2005, San Antonio Spurs. Oh, and guess what? In 2007, San Antonio Spurs. And then way later against Miami in 2014, I want to say it was. So that the argument that they lost to Shaq and Kobe doesn't help you. Like, I think the Derek Fisher 0.4 rule came, that was against the Spurs. That shot was hit against the Spurs. It came down to that, though, to lift them. So it was competitive series, and Tony Parker, Ginobili, those guys were younger at the time. They started bringing those guys in, and the team was able to get back to the championship level. So I say that to say their sustained excellence to get the first title with Tim Duncan in '99 and the last title in 2014. If that's not phenomenal coaching and roster management, I don't know what is. Let's continue.
What is that? Listen, this is what I'm saying. If he could do it then, why is he not doing it now?
Because he got his player now.
No, listen, I ain't talking about his player. I'm talking about I'm talking about the players that you have.
Around. They built around Tim Duncan. They're gonna build around this kid.
I understand that.
So has he had the opportunity to build around his kid yet?
He had Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi left.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like, why did
they weren't trying to build around him?
Listen, man. This is what I'm saying.
They weren't trying to build around him.
When you're a coach and you have lesser talent, and you go all the way down to the bottom of the pole to tank up to get another player that you can build around, like, you have to show me now that you can win with this new guy, or you're not a good coach.
So has he coached this?
This is my perception. It's not gonna line up with y'all's perception.
Has he coached this kid yet? Has he coached the potential?
You haven't seen nothing yet. That's what I'm saying.
Has he coached the potential number one?
I can give my opinion and then not line up with y'all.
No, fuck your opinion. The fact is, have this kid been drafted yet?
No, that's why I just said he's not a good coach to me until he wins with this player.
You said he's not a good coach, period. You didn't say that.
I said that I don't think that he's a good coach because he hasn't won with the talent that he doesn't have.
My man on Friday looked at Smokey and he said, "It's Angel Dust Holmes." That's exactly how I feel about Rashad McCants right now. The man said he's not a good coach until he wins with the talent he does not have. I'm not even going to attempt to decipher or decode whatever that means. What I will say is teams rarely win without superstar talent. The time that comes to mind is the 2004 Detroit Pistons where they won with Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace, and I want to say Rasheed Wallace was the 4 on that team, if I'm not mistaken. You could argue Ben Wallace was a superstar in his role because not only did he rebound 14-15, he grabbed 14-15 boards a game, he blocked, about 3 shots a game too. That is changing a lot in the paint and keeping a lot of possessions alive for your team. Chauncey Billups was a stone cold, assassin from the perimeter. You had Rip Hamilton, who was the same, surgical in the mid-range and played like Reggie Miller and Steph somewhat, but did most of his damage in the mid-range area. So you could say that. You could say that team is one that didn't have a superstar, true superstar player. But even the Dallas Mavericks, they didn't have 2 superstars, but they did have one. And Dirk Nowitzki, all-time mid-range shooter, all-time scorer, really. For how he could get his offense, it was really unblockable, the way he shot off that one leg and just where he operated from. He was amazing to watch, but he was definitely a superstar. So I just wanted to say that to give some examples of teams where people say there aren't superstars, and the only one you really have is like Detroit that I can think of in recent NBA memory. Most of the times you have a superstar player. If you reach that championship level, you have a superstar player playing at an extremely high level through a playoff run, And it normally is elevated from even a great regular season to astronomical postseason numbers. And, you know, whenever it's time to take you home, that's what separates good teams from great teams. They have that one or two players that is able to kick it to a level no one else on the floor can in critical moments to come out with the win. And so I just wanted to say that. Let's continue with the rest of this, though.
Well,
they've had.
He hasn't won with the talent. He doesn't have the talent.
Kawhi Leonard? Look, they have 4 straight losing seasons.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
4 straight losing seasons.
Okay.
Any other coach would get fired, right?
But that's what let you know they're
No.
not paying the back.
No.
Because they're not
No.
going to fire his
No.
ass.
So
Not
no.
after you have 5 championships.
4 straight
no,
losing
that's not how that
seasons?
goes. Not after 5 championships.
Not
That's
after
not how
5
that goes.
championships.
That's not how that goes.
Okay.
I got
But it doesn't
Kawhi
make
with
you a
15.
bad coach either.
No.
15th pick in 2011.
15th,
So-
yeah.
Y'all
So
tripping.
he has 3 Hall of Famers that wasn't even lottery picks.
I don't give a fuck
You
about
should.
none of that.
Why not?
Because I don't.
It lets you know what type of coach he is.
Nah, I
coached
don't.
him?
It
There's
let
a
me
re-
know you had
Who
Hall of
coached him?
Famers.
He created the
He
Hall of
didn't,
Famer.
he didn't go in there and work with them and put up the shot. They put up their own shots. They made their own skills. They made their own Hall of Fame
No, they
pass.
did not.
Yes, they did. They're players.
So the
they did
system
not.
They're
that-
players.
So the system
We
they
just
was
talked
in had
about
nothing
system.
to do with it.
We just talked
Did
about
it have
system.
anything to do with their success?
100%. That's
So
why
who
I
created
said
the system?
That's why I said if the system.
Who created the system?
So why is the system not working in the last 4 seasons?
Because it's a different system.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm going to be brief with this. He said, why isn't Gregg Popovich fired? You got to remember, Gregg Popovich, you know, on top of being the head coach, he is also the president of basketball operations for the team. So he's not going to fire himself.
So then don't give me this move the goalpost shit.
Why the fuck?
Because y'all talking about it's a new system now. How is it a new system now? It's all of a sudden a new
It's a
system?
new player.
What do you mean? It's a new what is
player.
it?
He built the system around. Hold on, Gil. Did he not build a system around Tim Duncan?
Yes.
Right.
Tim Duncan not there no more. There's
So
no more system.
therefore, has he had a Tim Duncan again?
No.
No system.
So
He had
therefore,
David Robinson. He built the system around David Robinson.
So no Tim Duncan, no wins.
When David Robinson was leaving, he brought in Tim Duncan. When Tim Duncan got there, everybody else started retiring. And then he got Ginobili and Parker. Second round, late first round, built 5 championships. All 3 of them left at the same time. He never had a chance to get a guy to build around. Now he has one.
No Tim Duncan, no wins.
So are you saying
that mean?
that
The last 4 seasons.
Why would I want to win?
The last 4 seasons.
Why would I want to win?
Why? Because we play to win. That's why you would want to win.
You sound dumb.
You play to win.
Okay,
So
hold on.
What do you mean?
Hold on. All right. What's your favorite team?
What do you? I don't have a favorite team.
Who do you like right now?
I don't like nobody.
that is fucking obvious.
Right. All right. How about this? I'm gonna take.
ain't the pink
I'm gonna
elephant in
take
the room.
LeBron off the Lakers. I'm gonna take AD off the Lakers. I'm gonna take D'Lo off the Lakers. If I'm the Lakers,
Moving the goalpost.
if I'm the Lakers,
Keep moving.
why the fuck do I want to try to win 50 fucking games to get a second round pick? Why?
Yeah.
Because we
Why
play
do
the
I
game.
want to even try
We play the game
to win
Gilbert.
50-something games
No.
to get a second round pick with that fucking lineup?
We play the
you
game.
look stupid. You're getting
We
fired.
play the game.
Oh my, I hope y'all made it this far in the video, man, because I'm going to stop it right there. Go on over to Gil's Arena and check out the full discussion. But I had to come break this down. When I saw it, I said, he couldn't have really said this. You know, I thought this was one of those things that got edited because I saw a little clip and I'm like, Gregg Popovich, not a great coach. I mean, not even a good coach, not good at all. Like, Kenyon Martin is saying, who created the system that you're calling a system? That's why I didn't even like when KD said Kawhi was a system player. Any good player plays for a system. Michael Jordan was a phenomenal individual talent. It took the triangle for them to maximize their abilities and trusting teammates to win a championship. That's why basketball is not tennis. You need your teammates and you have to use them. And they have to be able to play off of you for the whole thing to work. Or you just going to be out there playing, 21 or 3-on-3, or you're playing like you at the playground, So every good team is a system. So I never got the whole, such and such is a system player or they only win because of the system. No, that just means they have something that works. And instead of trying to show you, oh, look how great I am, we show you how good the team is. So we can all eat together and win at the highest level. The Spurs culture, like, we don't say this about any other team. Detroit has a culture right now too. They have a system in place. It just doesn't work, so we don't talk about it as a prominent system. A lot of the times, these terminologies and labels are all about perspectives and the way people see things. You don't think the Charlotte Hornets have a system in place? They have a system. Not a very good one. Doesn't prove to work. But the system is more than just the play that you see on the court. That's elementary stuff right there. We see players perform on the court and we see what the coaches do on the sideline. But the system, you want to talk about the actual system, this is why you have scouts, you have nutritionists, you have draft professionals that go out and look at every player across of America and abroad to see who you need to bring in. You have assistant coaches, you have skilled trainers. I mean, the list goes on and on. You have people in the front office, you have the people that's the accountants for the team, seeing what's working business-wise and that, because it's a business. So what I'm saying is everything works together. When a team wins the title, is everybody in the organization is involved for putting that team around, making the financial portion work and the business work. It's so many other things that come with the National Basketball Association that Gregg Popovich has been able to master and cultivate a team while keeping egos in check is nothing short of amazing. So that's all I want to say, man. I could go on and on about this. I know y'all looking at the length of this video like, what in the world is he talking about? I could go on about this all day. I want to know you guys' takes in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.